Everyone, welcome to the next video in this series where we are building our first agent using Microsoft Copilot Studio. My name is Mitanshu Garg, and in this one we are going to now give knowledge to our agent. If you have not looked at the first part, I suggest you go from there so that you know what we have done to create our basic agent. So now that we have an agent which can give answers based on its vast training parameters, we are now going to give it knowledge. We are going to ground it to our own company's Contoso's knowledge source so that the only answer it gives is from Contoso policies only and not some generic large language model answers. So under the overview section, I can go and add knowledge, or I can go to the knowledge tab and put information here. If you see here, there are multiple options. I can upload a static file. I can sync it from OneDrive or SharePoint. Alternatively, I also have lots of options. I can give public websites where, let's say, if I have FAQs or any other information, I can use that. I have lots of other data sources such as Dataverse, Azure AI Search, ServiceNow connectors. And if you go to advanced, you will see many other options as well. For this video tutorial, we are going to simply upload a static file from our desktop. Now, once you have added the file here, you can and you should update the name and the description. Once you have updated the name and description, add to agent. Now, the file upload would be quick. However, it would take some time for it to be indexed. What is happening in the backend is it is creating it into a vector form. And when your user will ask a question, your question will also be created into vector, and that would be used to search the document. Remember, this is not teaching the agent everything that is in your PDF file. It is simply doing a vector search, which is also known as RAG. Now, the process of indexing will take a while. So in the meanwhile, we can go over to the settings, and now I'm going to turn off the setting where it says that you can use general knowledge, because now I want it to give me answers only from the PDF file, only from the knowledge source that I have provided to it. And this is how I'm grounding my agent now to my own knowledge source and not keeping it as a generic agent. We can come to the overview tab, and we would give it instruction that you should answer only from the knowledge source. We are also going to make it as an official source. So what this would do is when the LLM or when the agent would give you the answer, it will put a tag to say that this is coming from an official source. And we are going to update our instructions to say that. If you look at the document that we have, it will help us to test the agent. So it has different sections on various IT issues. It is giving you, what a user might ask and how a user might able to do self-service and escalate it if needed. So once the knowledge source is ingested, we would use this to ask the questions. It took roughly 5 minutes for the status to become ready. So now this PDF file has been indexed by our agent and we can use it to ask the questions. I'll start a new test session. Now I asked it that I forgot my password. You can look over here the thought process that your agent is going through. And it has used your PDF file and it has told you what you need to do. It has given you all the steps. Now it is no longer using the generic training data that the language model had. It has been grounded into your own document. And that is how you add the knowledge source into the agent. Now, if you notice, when I asked it, can you create a ticket for me? It told me escalating is not configured, because in the topics under the system topic of escalation, we haven't made any change. And also we have not provided any tools to this agent where it can go in, use your APIs to create a ticket, to record a ticket in your SharePoint list, Dataverse, or any other IT system that you're using to store the user tickets. So far, It is a generic LLM agent which is grounded to your knowledge source. And remember, the knowledge source, it is performing an RAG kind of a search. You have not fine-tuned your model to understand the nuances of your PDF file or any of the knowledge source that you have provided to it. With that, we will end the video here. Thank you for watching. In the next video, we are going to add tools to our agent.